Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video. I'm working on photos from Milwaukee. These are 6 by 8 pages, and this one might actually be my last layout. I have a couple more to do, but I think I'm gonna be able to whip through those pretty quickly, so I don't know that I'm gonna film it. So this might be the last one, we'll see. Hopefully this one goes fast too, because I already have my cards picked out. I have this one, I love it. It says "in the mood for food." That's repeated there. And then I had this card. These are not from the same set. This is an LA Studio. I forget where I got this one. Is it two-sided? It is, but I don't remember where I got that one. But they weren't together, but look at how perfect the color is. It's pretty darn close, and I love that it'll bring out the blue that I have going in the photos. So I have those. So really it's all about embellishing. And to be honest, this makes me the most nervous because that's a lot of real estate to cover. I have nothing at all really on this 4x6. I do have a lot of ephemera type things, puffy stickers, things where I can build something on the card. So I'm hoping that that doesn't end up being a major pain once I started, but you never know. We'll see what happens. I've pulled out my bin of Milwaukee stuff here, so I have that, and then I also have just this envelope of all kinds of different ephemera pieces that could be related to travel and city and things like that, and I think I had some food things in there. So between these, I'm hopefully going to find some stuff I can use, but if it's not enough, I have a whole bin of food related stuff that isn't in here, so I can use that. I've got a whole bunch of just more generic travel phrases. Some of them I know mention food in different ways, plus I have stickers, so I better be able to find something in all of this or I'm in trouble. Looking at my color scheme here, I thought the first thing I should do is probably pull out some yellow items and orange, because I have some orange happening here. Normally you don't really see that, but because this is a Dutch place, it makes sense that orange would be featured. So these are the yellow ones that I pulled that were in my little envelope of stuff. I like all of them. I'm just not sure exactly yet how I would use them, but I have them. And then I have these orange options. I must have cut the top off of this for something. I just don't remember what, but I saved it because that's a good chunk. I could still use that. I love this one, I have to be honest, that says "yummy local food." This is probably going to get used somewhere, probably here, because that's just too cool. But I do like all of these. I may also try to incorporate some black and white, just a phrase or a sticker or something, because this mug, I love it, but it kind of doesn't match anything else. There's some black print here, that's it. There will be black journaling, but otherwise I don't have anything. I feel like it sticks out a little bit. Is it just me? I don't know. It bothers me just a little bit, so I may try to find something to work with that. I also should mention I have a ton of food related stamps too, so I could stamp on here, on these ones that are blank, these circles. I could certainly make that work as well, or even in here. So I have lots of options. It's just, you know, trying to figure out where's everything gonna go. I've placed a couple of things here that I'm liking so far. Whether they stay here or not, we'll see. I don't know, but I like them so far. In looking at this though, when I was talking about bringing in the black, I'm considering maybe cutting this photo, trimming it down a little bit. I can lose some on the top, I can definitely lose some on the bottom, and putting black behind it. Even if it's just maybe like a thin 1/8 of an inch border of a black mat, I could figure out how to do that. Maybe. I think like having a total black background might be too much. But if I did a white background, a thin black mat, and then put this on top, maybe that would be okay. It would definitely bring in something, and I think between that, the mug itself, plus the writing, that would probably be enough. So seriously thinking about that. I still don't know what else I would do here. I feel like I like odd numbers of things. It's more pleasing to the eye, and I feel like I need something here. I just don't know what that is. Maybe I could find something black to go there as well, since I've already got my yellow and orange. I certainly wouldn't do blue. Got a lot of blue happening already. There is a little green here, but I feel like bringing that in might be too much. It's too much color happening. So if I do something, maybe it is just gonna have to be black. found some other things, and so I've changed it up a little bit. Up here, I think I am going to move the good morning from here to here. There's a lot of empty space there, so it lets me take up some of that, plus still use this. I found this piece of chipboard in my food stash of stuff. This is from a foodie set, a couple years now. I think it's been, it's by Allie Edwards, but it's perfect. It's black and it says "so darn good," which is true. And then I found this in my stash as well. I'm actually going to cut off where it says "and donuts" because we didn't have donuts. So right below that dotted line, I'll just cut that off, but it's perfect because it's yellow, which I wanted. You can see my coffee right there. So I think that will be a good fit. And then if I place them kind of like so, more towards making them sort of center heavy, it takes up more of the card, and I think that's good. I wanted to cut that off and make sure I was still gonna like it. I actually like it better. It was a little too wide before without that. I feel like it just fits better in the card, so I'm happy with that. I haven't adhered it yet, but I will. So now I've got those sort of settled. I have to figure out, do I want to cut this one down like I had talked about with the black in the background, and then figure out what to do with the rest of the page. I do also have these items that are all breakfast related. These are wood veneer from Shadney. It's hard to see it. There you go. She has an Etsy store, so if you like what you see here, that's where you can find it. And I like the little coffee cup there. I'm just not sure though if wood veneer works with what I've got going on here. I have a wood table that you can see, but they're not even close to the same color. So I might have to just save those for something else. I started working on this pocket by cutting down the photo, getting the mat done. This is just a card that I printed that I had some problems printing it. It didn't print well, so I thought, well, I'll just use the white side for something. I hate throwing paper away if I can recycle it instead. So I think I'm going to either do it like that and stamp down here, or the opposite. Put the photo towards the bottom, stamp up top. I have to figure out that part, but I do like the black and white there. Then I just have to figure out, what else am I doing? I had this sitting up here, but I don't like it there, especially if I'm going to stamp here. I kind of don't want two things right there. I could put it over here. Here would actually be the best because I've got some dead space there, but then these are next to each other unless I do it down here. But then still the pockets are next to each other. I don't like that. Maybe can I shuffle? Maybe I can shuffle these around somehow and get a better arrangement that I like. Let me go off camera, mess around with that, and see if I can come up with something different. Okay, I did decide to switch it up a little bit. I made some changes over here and I moved this photo over. I like this arrangement better. I will be stamping down here, I think, just so that it's away from this card. And then I'm going to use this, but I haven't decided yet if I'm going to do it here or on this photo. Either way, this kind of top here, bottom here, either way I think would work. I'm tempted to do it here just because I've got a circular element right there. Here it's closer, here it's a little bit further away, so just as a design choice I might go with that one. And I think that's probably all the embellishing I'm going to do. If something else on my desk kind of catches my eye, maybe, but otherwise I think I'm just going with this. I actually decided to make another change here, I know, but I realized I've got all this yellow, but this is the only orange I have, and I did have this half circle available, so I think I'm going to actually trim it down a little bit more. It's a little too big to have it right under here, but if I trim it down a little bit, I think that's better, and I can stamp in there if I find a phrase that is small enough. I'm still not crazy about having these so close to each other, but I don't really see another way to do it that I'll like, so I'm going to go with that. So technically this was brunch, and I do have this awesome set of stamps, and I have yet to really use it, so I want to, and I think this brunch right here will fit. if I do it like so, it'll barely fit. It might just touch the orange on the outside a little bit, but I can just use a marker or carefully stamp the edge of an ink pad to get that and then omit the rest. So I think I'm going to do that for this one. And then down here, I haven't quite figured out what phrase I want. A lot of these are kind of too big. I might be able to squeeze that one in, but it would be tight. So I may not be able to use anything else on here, but I have like 10 other food sets, so it'll be fine. I did my stamping on here and I did catch the edge a little bit on there, but it's not enough for me to try to dig out another one of these and redo it. These are digital files, so I could reprint another circle if I wanted, but it's not really worth it to me. It's fine. So I'm going to keep that one. And then I still have to figure out what I'm going to stamp down here. This set isn't going to work, so I have to get a different one. So I'm going to pull those out next. I have selected my other stamps that I'm going to use. I'm going to use this one, and this is from Carrie Bradford Studio. Does it have a name on there? I think it just says Eat. Carrie Bradford Studio. Okay, there you go. So I'm going to use this one, and I want to use the phrase that says savoring every bite. I think it will be perfect right there in the middle. It takes up enough space, but yet there's still white on either side, and it fits in this narrow space here at the bottom. I have everything in the pockets now, and I did decide to put in some mini staples there and right there, but otherwise this one is done. So that took me a little bit more than I thought. I hoped maybe it would be quicker because I had so much picked out, but really I still had a lot to do, but I'm happy with the way that it's ended up. So here's another one finished for Milwaukee. Thanks for watching.